Lott.
And I'm Caleb Burlee.
Caleb, okay, tell us about your business.
Currently we are standing at my home farm. This is Burlee Enterprises, and we grow about 40 acres worth of fruit, and we're about 100 years old. This here next to me is grapes, and then we also grow apples, pears, apples are over there, and some sweet cherries.
Okay, and what variety of grapes do you grow?
Right here on my right are Cayuga Whites, and then across the road over there we have some Rieslings, and we have about 10 acres of Cayugas and 5 acres of Rieslings.
And what equipment is used for grape production?
A lot of the grape production is done by hand. All of the pruning and the tying is done by hand. The harvesting is done by a very large mechanized harvester that'll ride up over the top of the row. And to pull that, we have a very nice Zombie Fratello tractor, 85 horse, and it needs all 85 horse, but it has to be very narrow. I don't know if you guys can see there, but these rows are only 9 feet apart, and having a tractor that's only 7 foot wide with all that horsepower means it's a very compact tractor, but we need all of that to help fertilize and harvest and all that kind of stuff.
What trellis system is used on your farm?
So the trellis system depends on what variety of grape you're growing. Like I mentioned, these are Cayuga Whites, and they're a very vigorous vine. So these are going to be on a 3-wire high cordon system. Across the road, as I mentioned, we have Rieslings, and they're not quite as vigorous. So they are on a VSP system, which is 3 wires next to each other, so it's a total of 6 wires. And the fruit and the canes go straight up the middle of that. And that helps keep them locked in and keep the sun on them, and comes out very nicely.
And is this region known more for apple or grape production?
This farm is located in Wayne County. Wayne County is nationally ranked on the amount of apples it produces, and a lot of that has to do with soil type and weather. The soil type here is a silty loam, which is very good, but it's quite rocky, and the apple trees actually like that, a little more of a challenge. And then the location with the weather, we're about 5 miles south of Lake Ontario, and that helps to prevent a lot of frost damage in the spring. We get a nice lot of warm air coming off the lake, and that really helps. That can save a lot of money and a lot of farmers.
Now, what varieties do you grow of apples?
We grow Ida Reds, early Golds, Max, and Empires. Those are our 4 main ones.
And what's the equipment used for apple production?
So we'll use the same size tractor. We'll keep a nice compact tractor, keeps the limbs off of it, stuff like that. A lot of that is hand harvested. The main equipment pieces are going to be, we have a hydraulic shearing unit to trim the apple trees, and then we also will have an air blast sprayer, which is a 400-gallon tank pull behind, and that pushes the product out through the leaves at about 100 psi to make sure we get max coverage.
And where do the apples go from here?
So one of the reasons this is a max producing county is because we have 2 food processing plants right in the town, one being Mott's and the other one being Seneca Foods, and they're both about 5 miles from here. So a lot of the local fruit product will go to there.
Okay, thanks Caleb. Let's go check out a fruit distillery.